So you have 12 different Federal Reserves. You have 12 signs of the zodiac, each representing a different Federal Reserve. That's right, the zodiac was made off of, or excuse me, the Federal Reserve was drawn up off of the zodiac. The zodiac is no joke. You're looking at the zodiac, you're looking at money, a different form of money, digital money playing itself out. And the Atlanteans and the ancient Egyptians had this science mastered. So much so to the point that our experience right now would be their future, or excuse me, their past. What we're experiencing right now would be the past to them. What they experienced would be the future to us. That's a good way of putting it. Deep shit. So when you start talking about creating any type of form of a currency for yourself, which is what you're going to have to do if you're talking about becoming totally independent, you have to have some form of an exchange. It doesn't have to be money, but some type of a product or something. I always tell people that. They say, well, what's the first step, bro? You got to have some type of product. What do you do? What are you about? Because if you don't, you'll just be engulfed into the net. You'll just be nothing. Like a lot of people out here, they're nothing because they don't have any type of a service or what it is they stand for, what they offer. Is then from there you can start talking about taking back your estate and all of this and learning about the Federal Reserves and what they mean. But first you have to have something. So very important for the Messiah seeds because you know there's 12 Federal Reserves, but there's also a 13th branch, which represents the center of the Federal Reserve, and this is where they do all the secrecy that I'm talking about. This is the 13th branch is, of course, not listed. When you research it, there's only 12. But the 13th branch is where they do like a lot of the secret rituals and a lot of the, I guess you could say, getting away with a lot of the taxes and things of that nature that they would have incurred. When you get into the what's called the black box aspect, this is what this is. I mean, it's so secret that I had a book on it, and the Adjustment Bureau made me homeless on purpose and eventually took the book from me, and they knew I was going to lose it anyway because, I mean, I was homeless with like $5,000 worth of books that I lost, but it was one of them. It was called the Black Box Society, and it's deep because this talks about the 13th Federal Reserve. See, this is what, when you talk about like, I want money, and where does it come from, and how can I get some money? You can create whatever type of money you want once you learn about this 13th aspect or this 13th box that they got. That's the Federal Reserve that connects us to international commerce. Without this 13th Federal Reserve, they have no connection to the international market. Very important. They hate that. They have no way of trading without going through this 13th route. So it's very important. I'm going to go into a little bit more in the future, but I'm saying this now because as indigos, we're about to be put into a situation where we're forced to be rich or wealthy and create wealth for others. Forced into it because this portal is open. It's 2023. This portal is wide open. So we're going to be forced to become rich, forced to teach this doctrine to others, and yet it's still, we may not even still make the ascension. We may not even still ascend up to the next level where we're supposed to be. We're about like history-wise or financially, we're several years behind. Several years behind in our experience here. And it's getting to the point where now it's about to cause a weather catastrophe. That's the last part I want to go into. It's connected to this particular volcano that is now active. This is why the weather is weird. And you're going to see a lot more of this, and it's going to start to cause changes in the stock market. They're talking about, can you believe this? They're talking about shutting down the stock market, yo. Finances is getting bad, and they're doing is they're trying to hide it and make you think everything is okay. But they can't do anything to you once you get in tune with your inner being, your inner superpowers that's connected to this 13th box. You have to find your connection to it. This is how you become rich. Some readers can help you. But that's just the first part. Because this is a dangerous plight. I connected and found mine. I activated a deep portal that I'm still walking through. So you guys keep the donations coming at 13soundsastrology@gmail.com via PayPal. We appreciate all the support. Stay vigilant.